Oh yeah. Hello everyone. Today we're gonna be reacting to I'm trapped in an empty room with random buttons that set off random events. Get us to whack I'm holding alive, whatever the heck you say his name. Please tell me. Let's go.
I'm in a room with random buttons on the walls where each set off a chain of events.
Welcome back to Movie Recaps. Today I will show you a comedy, fantasy, mystery film from 2009 titled Symbol.
What the heck is
Spoilers.
that? A hand?
Comedy, fantasy, mystery film from 2009
Bro, what is that?
titled
What does that mean?
And what is that symbolizing?
Symbol. Spoilers ahead. Watch out and take care.
A dog?
A Japanese man wearing very colorful pajamas wakes up in a white, empty room with no doors or windows and no apparent ceiling.
Jesus.
When he approaches one of the walls for a closer look, he finds something peculiar sticking out of
What is
it,
that?
a protuberance shaped like a male member.
Hey yo!
After poking it a couple of times, he presses the tip, which causes hundreds of giggling baby angels to come out of the floor and
You touched the baby angel tip?
You touched a baby
You
angel
touched
peen?
baby angel tip? You're
You're
not
going
going
to
to
hell.
heaven. You can't.
You're
I don't
going to hell.
I don't know how that's physically possible for you to
Well,
actually
you're going to
reach
hell.
the gates. They removing the stairs for you. There's no stairway to heaven. There's just an elevator to hell for you, buddy.
walls,
That's
staying
good.
there only for a couple of seconds before they go back the way they come. One thing they leave behind, however, now all their members are sticking out of the wall and floor. This is the phase known as learning. As he sniffs the finger he used to touch the weirdly shaped button,
Oh, what the
the man
fuck?
screams in fear, followed by crying out and begging for
My
help from
own
whoever may be
personal
around.
box.
To no avail.
He has one.
He decides
I
to
have
start
one.
pressing the various buttons to see what happens.
Why?
And every time he does, a different random object falls into the room.
He's going around touching baby angel tips, bro.
Stop saying it like that.
Why is that the plot of the movie right now? Why is that where we're at? I
don't
can't
know.
open this Nature Valley bar. No matter how hard I pull, it's not ripping.
Okay.
Oh my god.
From a small toothbrush to a big face. By pressing the same button again, he is given the same object, and that's how
Okay.
his testing of this concept on one particular button gives him a big pile of chopsticks.
Oh, okay.
His amusement
Okay.
is short-lived, however, when he presses the button next to the chopstick one and a small cart comes out of the wall and hits him on the legs. The next button he presses after crying out in pain transforms into a butt,
Oh.
which passes gas on his face. Hours later, the man has accumulated a huge
Yeah.
variety of random objects
There's
in the
no
room,
water or
and when he
food.
throws the ball at the wall, it presses a button that
I have
gives
my
him
own
sushi.
personal box.
This excites him
Oh,
since he's been
what?
getting hungry, but
Hey.
he realizes that he's missing soy sauce. He asks his captors for it, but as always, he gets no answer, so he repeatedly presses one of the buttons until he has a bunch of sushi in front of him
Ooh,
but still no
food.
sauce.
Bro.
Giving up, the man proceeds to eat the sushi,
Soy
which
sauce
he
is
finds
not
rather
great.
delicious,
You don't need that
and once
much.
he's finished the last piece, he
No.
presses the button for more, getting furious when a bottle of soy sauce finally shows up.
Bruh.
After angrily pushing the bottle out
W
of the way,
butt-
he presses
W
a different
penis?
button.
Hey yo.
W penis. W.
Hey yo, chew.
Let's keep it pushing, bro.
And gets a pair of old school 3D glasses. When he puts them on, he manages to see a baby angel pointing at his member, and the man gets happy because he
That's
thinks he
weird.
may have found the answer. However, after pressing that particular button, all he gets is a countdown and a giant butt appearing from above to pass gas on top of him.
Guys, I don't know if
I
I
can
can
do
finish
this.
this one, bro. I don't know, bro. It's too much. It's
can't
just like
finish this
ADHD fever dream right now.
Some hours later, he's read 5 volumes of a manga that he finds very entertaining.
Goku ripoff. My box.
Y'all know that?
Freaking a
Main
Luffy
character
ripoff.
like a Goku ripoff,
Goku
right?
ripoff,
But
bruh.
when he presses a button to get the 6th, he gets the 7th instead. Frustrated, he starts trying other buttons, which give him 8 and 9 but still no 6. The last button he tries, though, has an important
Huh?
surprise for him. It opens a section of the wall that hides a door behind it. The man
Mhm.
celebrates this discovery, but in his excitement, he loses track of which button is the one that opens the exit.
Oh my god.
He tries one at
Hold on.
random and shockingly sees an African tribesman run from wall to wall. The next one
Is he getting? Hold on, guys. I'm gonna take a quick bathroom break. So just hold on. I'll be right back. Hey, chill. I'll be right back. You're not going. in here. And your dude has returned. You missed me? You probably didn't. Let's get back to the reaction. I almost cut it there.
Is he getting peed on?
Please
tell me
He makes waterfall on his head.
I just peed. Let's go.
That's fizzy water. That water is a little
fizzy
too
water.
fizzy. That water is a little too fizzy.
The third one turns out to be the one he needs, and as soon as the wall opens, he runs to it, only to see it close on his face.
Ooh.
His second try ends the same way, and it's then he realizes that the door stays open as long as the member tip is down, so he
Okay.
starts trying out different ways to achieve it. First, he goes for a runner position, pressing it with his foot. Next,
Okay.
he hits it with a fly swatter from as far as possible, hoping
Why
the
is he
distance will make a
bouncing
difference in his running time.
Hi.
None of these work,
Hi,
and neither do
Balloon.
pulling possible, hoping
Why he bouncing like this? Look how he,
the distance will make a difference.
why you bouncing like that,
We don't know.
bro?
We don't know.
What up?
None of these work, and neither do pulling it with a jumping rope or hitting it with the air sent by a fan. His following plan is to get on the cart and push it after pressing the button, but after a few tries, he comes to accept he simply can't control it.
Okay.
What he needs to do is find a way to keep the button tip down. He puts the huge vase on
I
top,
was about to say,
but the
put
button
something
manages
on
to
it.
stick back up again, so the man reaches the
How strong is Angel Baby Dingling? I need whatever he on.
conclusion that he
Come on.
needs to fill the vase to make it heavier.
How did the button? How?
Skip, I already said it.
How hard he tries to redirect the water, it only falls on him and nowhere else. His
This person. Put the vase underneath you, and the water will fall. Cut. Dun, buzz, but, buzz, I returned, sorry.
next attempt involves filling the vase with sushi, but it becomes so heavy he can't even pick it up. The neck of the vase is also too narrow for his hand to go through, so
Oh,
the
he's
man
an
has no other
idiot.
choice but to use chopsticks and
that's
remove a
nice.
bunch of sushi piece by piece. Moments later, once he's removed enough, he manages to barely pick up the vase, so he does exactly that and takes it closer to the buttons.
Okay.
Okay.
When he gets there, he finds himself having to put down the vase on the floor
that
because he has
one.
lost which button it was
Bro,
again.
it's that
And when
one.
he tries one, the
that
African
one.
tribesman comes out and accidentally
Does-
bumps into the base,
Does he
causing
take
it
it?
to crack and break
Bro,
in half.
Oh my God! Not the
African.
African, man!
The
Damn, man! Oh my
African.
God!
This sends the man over the edge, who, as he freaks out and yells nonstop, finds the right button and begins covering it with sushi.
It's not gonna
This,
work.
of course, doesn't work either, and the little member pops up among the rice. Then the man tries covering the button with tape, followed by tape plus a steel plate, but nothing
He's
works.
lifting
After taking
steel?
Is lifting up steel? I need whatever Viagra he
some
on.
painkillers to deal with the pain caused by the door every time it hits him on his back and a nap as well. The man wants to wash his teeth, so he presses a button to get water.
New box.
It was the wrong button though, and this one reveals a rope falling from the ceiling.
Jack and the
This
Beanstalk?
instantly improves his mood because it gives him an idea for a new plan. He opens the door, then uses the rope to swing himself across the room and make it before the door closes.
New box
Sadly,
looks better.
when he tries to open the door
The
behind the
room's
fake wall,
turning.
he discovers it's locked.
Oh no.
He returns to the room just in time before the door closes, although it manages to hit him on his way out anyway, and in frustration, he kicks the wall, activating one of the
key?
buttons and
Yep.
revealing the key floating
Yep.
in the middle of the
Knew
room.
it.
Like it happens with the door though, it goes away when the button perks out again, so the man must find a way to keep both the key in the room and the door open.
That's so nasty,
First,
bro.
however,
Nasty.
he needs to find the button again, because he got distracted and lost it. By observing more or
Bruh.
less where his foot would have landed when he kicked the wall, he chooses a button, only to get a dog coming out of the wall to bark at him.
Domerang, that's
The
good.
same happens with
It's
the
a
next
Doberman,
button,
too,
but
it's
luckily,
cute.
the third try is successful. While keeping his eyes and a pointing hand at the button, the man walks backward and grabs a piece of sushi fish that he takes back to the wall to mark the right button with. When he presses it, however, the
He's
dog
getting
comes out
smart.
again. This time he finds the button faster
I
and
found the
proceeds
right
with his
button.
plan.
He's
He
getting
makes the
smart.
rope appear and swings on it to reach the different buttons, but it is still enough. As he
Right.
falls to the floor, he sees a plunger he had gotten from one of the many buttons, and gets an idea on how to solve his little issue. He
Okay.
can use the plunger to touch the wall and push himself farther. After one failed attempt, the plan goes smoothly, and the combination of swinging on the rope and pushing himself with the plunger allows him to press the button key, grab the key,
W Japanesian.
press the
W
door button, and reach
Japanesian.
the door before it closes. He wastes no time and inserts the key in the lock,
Wastes
quickly
no
turning
time.
it, but when he tries to open the door, he finds a nasty surprise. It also has a separate lock on the top that requires 3 numbers to open it. The man rushes out, getting hit by the door as it closes, and in frustration, he throws the plunger at the opposite wall, activating the button that releases the African tribesman.
Not again.
As he watches him walk by, he realizes something. There are 3 numbers painted on his
What's wrong with
forehead,
his
which must be
eyes?
the combination
Wait.
he needs.
What is
realizes
wrong with
something.
his eyes?
Uncomfortable.
What the? Oh no! What is that? Does that make y'all feel weird? That makes me feel. Oh my
I feel
god!
There are 3 numbers painted on his forehead, which must be the combination he needs. Since the time behind the door is limited, the man goes through the process of doing the whole swinging on the rope and jumping deal 3 times, one for each number to be put in.
I'll take this
The
part
third
to be done
time,
by now.
he stays there and opens the door, which is a bit stuck and he has to push extra hard to open it.
Okay.
When he
Okay.
finally manages to do so, the piece of wall behind him closes, leaving him trapped and
Okay.
without enough
Oh,
room to finish
no.
opening the door. Devastated, the man sits on the floor and
Bro.
LIQ.
starts crying, remembering all the fun he had with the objects he had gotten from the buttons. He had been locked there too, but at least he had room to move and entertainment,
you.
and now he realizes he didn't appreciate what he had while he could.
Oh my god.
Suddenly, he feels a breeze on his face coming from the left wall. As soon as he touches it, he finds a crack that indicates it's a fake. He wastes no time and pushes the panel open before running out of there, soon reaching a mysterious hallway floating in a pitch black area. It feels like he spends an eternity running towards an exit, and when he finally makes it to a room,
That nigga ran on Snake Way just to
Bro,
get back where he
aged.
was at the
Look at his
start.
clothes.
his hair is longer and
Bro.
the colors of his pajama have faded.
He aged.
This room is
20
also
years.
empty and the door he
He
uses
had a
closes
time
as soon as
skip.
he enters. But instead of baby angels, here there are
He
adult
ran
ones
through
who
time.
also
Adult.
disappear into the wall and only leave out their members to be used.
The baby angel he aged 20 years.
That's
Oh
my
my
life.
God.
What
His buttons.
the?
This is the phase known as practice. Meanwhile, in a city in Mexico, little Antonio's family is worried
Mexico?
because the father, a
Mexico?
wrestler known as Escargot Man,
I
is
know
behaving
him.
more taciturnly than usual.
Scrawny.
His wife thinks it may be because
I'm
this
just
next
kidding, that's
opponent
fine.
is much younger than
What?
him. But the grandfather points out that what matters is experience, not youth.
What?
Escargot Man is picked up by his daughter's sister Karen on her truck.
Sister.
Who's a nun? What is happening, bro?
She drives him to the wrestling ring so he can start getting ready early, which includes changing clothes and praying to the Virgin. At school, Antonio
Okay.
is being bullied by his classmates for betting on Escargot Man,
Okay.
calling him a weak loser. As the
These
time for the
rinky-dink
match to start
kids.
approaches, the first team that enters the
What the
ring are the
heck is
Northern Tough
happening?
Ones, formed by Super Demon and Tequila Joe.
Let's
First,
skip a
Silva
little
to
bit.
hit him.
I'm sorry. What the
What?
heck?
Is about to hit him with
Okay.
a chair. The man in the mysterious room presses a member button and causes Escargot Man to magically extend his neck and knock out both opponents.
I'm going to bed. I'm just kidding. If you're going to bed, I'll take over.
What in the
Get out of here,
fuckery is
cook.
happening right now?
I'll pull him. I'm taking over.
What in the fuckery is happening?
Hey, come
With a hit
on.
of his head.
What in the fuckery is happening right now? What in the fuckery is happening?
It's with a hit of his head. In the room, nothing happens, which calls the man's attention, so he keeps pressing the same button, causing Escargot Man to knock out Silver Eagle, the referee, Antonio, and even the bell. Seeing no results, the man starts trying out different buttons. One causes the singer of a metal band to breathe fire above his audience during a
What?
concert in Los Angeles. The other makes a Russian magician fail his trick when he tries to make his assistant disappear, and the third one makes a man in China bark at his own dogs. The man is about to give up when he sees some light coming from above and notices
What
that
is
unlike the
happening,
last
bro?
room, here there is no ceiling and he can see the angels flying around in the distance. He decides to try something completely
beautiful.
new this time. Instead of pressing the member buttons,
climb the
he will use
dingling?
them
Find
to
the
climb the
Yeah.
walls.
demons, yep.
It
Yeah.
works, and every time he grabs a
How the hell does he have the grip strength for that? That is ridiculous. The dinglings aren't necessarily huge.
button with his hands
Yeah,
or steps
bro.
on them with his feet, something amazing on Earth happens, from flowers blossoming to an elephant dying.
How is
The
that?
highest it's not only nature anymore, there is also humanity in both the little and the big things, like a toaster and landing on the moon. By the time he makes it to the top, both the man's hair and beard had grown
He's
long, and he
Jesus.
doesn't need to hold on to the wall anymore. Now he can float as well, just like the angels.
Is this man turning into...
No way. Hung out, jump, bum, bum. Let's skip to the
He
top.
embraces his role of God and
He's
begins choosing
floating, he's
humanity's
floating,
biggest hits on purpose
he-
instead of
I got
randomly
it.
pushing
Floating,
buttons.
he's floating,
By the time
he-
he's done,
he-
he's surrounded by
he's
feathers
floating,
instead of
he's
walls,
floating.
and he enters a glowing portal that takes him to the last
He
room.
lo-
This one has the continents on its walls and a huge member button that the man is about to press. This is the phase known as future. Make sure to subscribe and turn on.
He turned into God by touching baby angel dinglings.
We're done. Intro. Outro.